Nintendo. Home of the Super Mario Brothers, Zelda, Samus Aran, Star Fox, F-Zero. The star athlete video game company responsible for so many bangers, so many hits, games that forged childhoods for generations to come, starting all the way back from the very beginning in 1985. The same company that saved the video game industry during the crash of '83. The company that started from the very ground up as a card game company that would go on to create that thing. And then the other thing behind it. Either way, both are just as masterful. Nintendo is iconic. It is iconic. And with that lineage, with that legacy in mind, I have to be the one to say something. I have to speak up on the matter that's currently going on. Nintendo, you are worse than EA now. I can't imagine saying that 15 years ago, but Nintendo is worse than EA.
The problem is, Nintendo do not make the games they used to. Their games aren't innovative anymore. They're not cheap anymore. They're not even complete anymore. For a very long time, Nintendo was almost universally beloved. Now, not a single piece of news can come out about Nintendo without thousands of people complaining about something.
That clip came from a channel called Lord Frogmire, and in it, he's basically going over why Nintendo is evil, and he's tired of pretending it's not. And he's 200% right. Nintendo is just not what it used to be. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to finally address Nintendo and just voice my new opinion that I've formed over the last few years of this company, and just all of the reasons they've given me to just really not support them as much anymore, if at all. I mean, you're suing Palworld, for one. You're suing Palworld because it's trying to be innovative. It's trying to do what you just won't. Yeah. It's trying to do what Nintendo don't. Yeah, I'm going to bring that back up. Remember that ad back in the 90s, Nintendo? Sega does what Nintendo don't? In fact, I think they have been a little more innovative than you guys lately.
What Nintendo don't.
And then you got shutting down tournaments and then destroying fan games, when those are love letters to things you guys made. The Smash Brother tournaments, you're shutting them down because they don't have a sponsorship or something like that. I'm not sure what all the drama behind the tournament shutdowns were, but it's still pretty ridiculous. It's just fans, your fans, having fun playing games that you made. And then you take away games like Pokemon Uranium and then Super Mario Brothers crossover. Hugely fun, creative games made by fans they're just love letters to every Nintendo franchise of the generations prior, and you destroy them, you ruin them, you take them away because they're not made by you. Even though they're probably a lot more creative and fun. That isn't to say your games haven't been fun. That's one thing. Your games still manage to be fun, even today. But why does it have to cost us this much just to enjoy a game that you made now? Like, people are really starting to hate Nintendo, and it was so hard to accept that at first, because I love Nintendo. Some of my favorite games ever made came from Nintendo, and I gotta agree. They suck now. They're horrible. They're basically illegalizing video games. Speaking of which, a patent on a game mechanic that you guys didn't even invent. You're putting a patent on a game mechanic. At least when WB Games did that for Shadow of Mordor, it was their mechanic, their revolutionary mechanic. You guys didn't revolutionize this. This has been around even way before Pokemon 2. So, yeah, that's disgusting. I'm appalled to hear that. So, basically, you're just illegalizing 96% of video games because of a mechanic that you never created. Let that sink in. I really hope the CEO, Mike Bowser, I mean, come on, your name's literally Bowser. I really hope you understand that games are supposed to be fun. And they're not supposed... I don't think you care about video games. Nintendo used to be about fun, and it used to be about just the love of the game. I'm pretty sure at this point it's all about money. It's all about money now, and that's not cool. It's not cool at all. Now I'm going to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2. I'll tell you what's wrong with the Nintendo Switch 2. Do you guys just want another Wii U incident? Because this just, from the very beginning, sounded like it was just going to be set up for failure. Do you guys genuinely just want to fail now? You are Nintendo. You are the ones that basically influence the entire video game industry. So your first mistake, I get it, tariffs, inflation, all that stuff, but video games do not need to be $70. They should not be $70. $60 at most, but back then, a Pokemon game and a Mario game, that used to be about like $30 to $40 max. Sometimes $50, depending on all this content you put into it. But now, you're just slicing it and slicing it and slicing it and selling DLC after DLC just because you want to keep the bucks flowing. And it's horrible. It's just money hunger. You're just a money-hungry company now. And then the Switch 2 problem. You're going to brick it if I try to sell it used. So then it's basically worthless. The Nintendo Switch 2 is just an IQ test, and I'm going to tell you exactly why you should not have ever made the purchase. I still have the Switch 1. I still haven't even bought a Switch 2. And I'm just going to be honest here. No. I don't need to pay $80 damn just to enjoy a Nintendo game. And I don't need to be paying out the wazoo an arm and a leg for a fucking console. And also, why do I need to buy the Nintendo Switch 2 editions of Tears of the Kingdom or Super Mario Bros. Wonder or Mario Kart 8 Nintendo Switch 2 edition or whatever Switch 2 editions they got coming out when I have a perfectly functional Switch 1 right here that can also run the original versions of the game that it was meant to be played on? Because it's going to run better on the Switch 2? Why would I want a better running version of that game when I have a perfectly fine version of that game on the Switch 1? Why would I need to invest in a Switch 2 if you're still releasing the same games for the Switch 1, which will work just as well? Because of a little 4K touch-up? No. I don't see the point in even getting a Switch 2. I don't see the point. The entire purpose of the Nintendo Switch 2 was just to cash in on your nostalgia and just milk you for every penny that you've got. And you can't mod it because they'll brick it. You can't sell it to another user because they'll brick it. You're just going to buy it and then you're stuck with it. It's just going to eat up space. And Nintendo won't do anything about it because they are evil and they're lawyered up. So you can sue and sue and sue and they're never going to stop because they're just going to be forever making money. They're going to use their money and they're going to use their lawyers and you just won't be able to stop them. They're an ever-growing empire now. So, thanks Nintendo.
Nintendo is the Disney of video games now.
He's absolutely right. Could not have said that any better myself. Nintendo is just not what it used to be. And this Direct absolutely proves that point. I mean, a Virtual Boy. Really? The one black sheep item of Nintendo, the Virtual Boy. The fucking Virtual Boy, known for giving people seizures, epileptic episodes, headaches, migraines. Yeah, an entirely new generation of fans needs to be introduced to all of that struggle. Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to dedicate an entire service to that. Because nostalgia. Because, hey guys, remember this? Remember, aren't you nostalgic for the Virtual Boy? Wasn't the Virtual Boy awesome when it came out? Aren't you nostalgic for the Virtual Boy? Virtual Boy, yeah, we're going to release an entire headset replica for $100 to go on top of the $80 streaming service you're about to pay for it. Because, yeah, remember the Virtual Boy? The Virtual Boy was so sick. Yeah, the Virtual Boy. When the fans were fucking clamoring for years to make a whole dedicated platform for the GameCube games. We want to play Smash Melee again. We want to play Wind Waker. We want to play Metroid Prime 2. We actually want to experience the old GameCube games. But no, this is just a cash grab. It's clearly just about money at this point. And this Direct proves all of it. It proves all of the negativity. That's not everything I have to say, but it's enough of what I have to say. And Nintendo, we're tired of you being the villains. We're tired of you being the bad guys. We want the old Nintendo back, and I'm going to still boycott until the day I do. I will not support Nintendo if they keep being this villainous. And I think we all should too. We should all boycott Nintendo until they officially go back to being the Nintendo that we loved, so that future fans can fall in love with their games the same way we did. Wouldn't you want your kids playing certain games on Nintendo? Wouldn't you want your son or your daughter playing Super Mario Brothers for the Wii? Or Metroid Prime? Or Twilight Princess? Or Wind Waker? Because I sure would.